Our new friend Noah Stratton is here. Good morning, Noah. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Doing great. Thank you for the opportunity to be on with you.
Oh, yes, sir. It is our pleasure. So, man, a couple months ago, we started hearing rumblings about a new production, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and that is at the Williams Event Center. Now, a lot of times here in Ozark Mountain Country, you got a bunch of old-timers like myself.
Sure.
And, hey, you remember where old so-and-so's barn used to be? You just turn left right there. So this, the Williams Event Center, formerly known as the Welk Resort Theater.
Right. That's right.
Sir, that's a big place.
It is. It is. Yeah, almost 2,200 seats. But it's been fantastic. We've we were originally we're going to be sponsored by Truth Traveler,
right?
A new group that's coming in there on the main strip there, and they've been wonderful sponsors for us to help get us to the area. But then they had some construction delays, and so now we're here at the Williams Event Center, perform until August 9th. So it's a beautiful facility. I mean, it's fantastic, and they're a huge stage. Beautiful setting,
plenty of room,
awesome. Yep.
All kind of stuff, right, for a production of this size. So I'm glad you brought up our friends at Truth Traveler, because a lot of folks have asked me, hey, I thought that this show was supposed to go in there, and I was like, well, the only thing that I can think of is when you're doing that much work and renovating and stuff, especially, you got to get permits, you got to get approval, you got to get all the things. So, sometimes construction runs behind. So this was sort of like a workaround, right?
Right. Because we were planning almost right up to the last minute. We still thought we could get in, and then they told us that no, it wasn't going to work, and so we kind of had to scramble around. And the Williams Event Center, the people there have just been absolutely wonderful to work with. Great hosts, so flexible to come in. I mean, I think we were only a couple weeks out from opening, and so we kind of had to all rush around, scramble, change, but we were able to work it out, and it's been great being there.
That's awesome. Noah, tell me what your official title is.
Yeah, I work as the president for our organization. The Academy of Arts is our overall organization.
Okay.
It started back in 1971, so almost coming up on 55 years, which is pretty fantastic. And then from the Academy of Arts, we do a number of different things. We have several different smaller traveling groups that will go to churches, go to schools, go to homeschool groups and teach them or do smaller productions for them. And then we have now these large-scale productions, the full-out Broadway-level show that travels. We've been to Washington, D.C. at Museum of the Bible. Obviously now here at Branson, Missouri. We've been to Pensacola, Florida. We've done productions at our home base in South Carolina. That's our Logos Theater. So we have several different kind of facets of the Academy of Arts. That comes from that. So the Logos Theater, we're thrilled to be here in Branson, and it's been beautiful. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I mean, it's a spectacle. People have got to come see it. We're only here till August 9th.
Yeah.
I hope we're going to be back, and stay tuned. We hope we'll be back. But yeah, it's amazing. The story is just amazing. So they're going to see. What most people know from C.S. Lewis, a lot of people have read the books. They love those 7 books from the Chronicles of Narnia. They're just amazing stories. And so this one, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, is probably one of the most well-known ones. Kind of kicked it all off of the 7-book series. And so to be able to bring this one to the stage is just really, really, really a blessing and powerful.
And the thing about it is, if you're going to do a production of this epic size and scope, you got to make sure that everyone in the theater is buying it as much as everyone up on stage.
Exactly.
Talk to me a little bit about the production, because that's one thing I've consistently heard is very, very big production, and folks were kind of overwhelmed. They're like, whoa, we didn't expect all this.
Yeah. That's thankfully a normal reaction we get is, whoa, I was not expecting that. And we consistently hear, wow, that was Broadway level or better than Broadway. So that's the level that they're going to be getting. It's ironic how we got here, because a little over 10 years ago, my wife, who is the artistic director, runs kind of all the main artistic decisions of kind of how we move forward in those ways. She said there's no way she wouldn't touch Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia, with a 10-foot pole. And that's because, it's people love it.
That's right.
It's their childhood.
That's
I mean, those are my stories, that they're picturing what the 4 Pevensey kids look like, what Tumnus looks like, what the White Witch is like, what Aslan is like. And so then you're going to put that on a stage? I mean, with a movie, you got green screen, you can cut on and off, right? You can do all the magic tricks with all the cheats that you have there with film and camera. but you don't have it on the stage. They're staring at you the whole time. Like, you don't get to just say, everybody close your eyes for a second while we do this cool trick. We have to do it right there in front of them with all the things that we do. They have to walk through a wardrobe, and then they're standing in snow in Narnia with these creatures and flying trees and animals around them, and it's really amazing. So if they can come see the production, I think they're going to be truly amazed. So going back real quick to finish that story. So my wife had said we wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Again, you're fighting with everybody's imagination. All these magic tricks you have to do, all these incredible creatures and places you have to take people to. But we got to a point, we were a smaller organization, and we're just kind of fighting to get the word out about what we do. And we're thinking, what can we do that has name recognition but still fits our brand? You know, the Academy of Arts, our mission is making the Bible come alive in minds and hearts through the power of storytelling. And so, man, is there something that has a name recognition already that won't need a ton of marketing dollars? And we came back to Narnia because a lot of people know that. And so our first thing we had to figure out was Aslan. Okay, he's talked about as this giant lion. You know, we didn't really want a guy walking out in a fur coat and saying, I'm Aslan. We wanted something big, powerful, majestic. And so that was our first big hurdle of saying, how do we show him on the stage, represent him? And Nicole went to our team, and we were talking about ideas, and Mr. Hines was our technical director at the time. He said, I think we can do it. And he had a background in puppetry. And so most people think puppetry, those little sock puppets, right? Those little hand things. And so he said, no, I think I've got some ideas. And they started doing some research, and we have now this 10-foot long, 6-foot tall, 3 or 4 foot wide. He's run by 3 people, puppet. So grand scale puppet on the stage. And he's amazing. Normally his first time he walks out on stage, normally the crowd just bursts into applause and just start clapping for him because he's a spectacle. So that's awesome because, you know, if you know the stories, you know, there's a lot of allegory aspects to it that he's representing Jesus Christ. And so we love that aspect, that there's reverence, there's power, there's majesty. It's not something cheap or kind of cheesy or fake. So we absolutely love that. So people, when they come, they're going to get an amazing show. That they're going to see things that they're not going to see almost anywhere else in the world. And right now, no one is performing The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe on a grand scale anywhere else in the world. So this is the only place that they can see it in Branson, Missouri, up until August 9th. So please come get your tickets and see this.
The Williams Event Center, 417-419-9229. Also, you can visit NarniaBranson.com. When are what days do you guys have shows?
Yeah, so they can come see it. There's a Wednesday matinee, a Thursday matinee, Friday there's 2. There's a matinee and an evening. Saturday there's a matinee and an evening.
Oh, really?
So we've got 6 shows a week. They can come see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Again, yeah, go to NarniaBranson.com. You get all the specific details. Yeah, again, that phone number, 417-419-9229, that they can call in as well and get information. So that they will not want to miss it. A big question we get all the time is like, well, who's this good for? Like, what's your target audience? And I love it because it's like the old Christmas song, kids 1 to 92. Like, anybody can come see it. We've had grandparents that are just aghast and mouth hanging open, and they've said, we were kind of nervous. We brought our 5-year-old. We were like, oh boy, this is like a big 2.5 hour show. Like, are they going to be okay? And they said they set their spellbound the entire show. And so it's great for every age.
That's the great thing about it. Noah Stratton here from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe over at the Williams Event Center. That's the thing about that story. Like, you went back and talked about you growing up. Like, we all have these images. We all read those stories growing up. Yeah. A couple years ago, you know, we had the Hollywood treatment, which lasted a couple of movies, right? But the thing about it is, not only is there the obvious lean into Christianity, right? It's also entertaining. It's also a well-written story, and even though there are a handful more books left, it really is a nice self-contained story from beginning, middle to end, which leaves the door open, no pun intended, to the wardrobe, for other adventures that may or may not come. So, Noah, let me ask you a question. You guys are based in North Carolina, right?
South Carolina.
South Carolina, all right. So you've done this production other places before. Talk about the local talent in Branson. Is it all your guys that you brought in on the touring? Did you hire any local people here? Sort of walk me through that.
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now, because of the kind of not quite sure if it was going to work with Truth Traveler and their construction, we just brought kind of our own team. So it's all people from South Carolina, or I mean, they're actually from all over, because we have those smaller groups that travel to churches, schools, homeschool groups all throughout the year. So we're meeting people, recruiting people. So they're kind of from all over. But our goal, if we can come back, we'd love to come back in the future, is that when we come back, that we would love to get locals involved and start hiring more people from the area. You know, that would be great. We'd love to have those local people involved and getting involved in the productions. Because the goal is to have down the road maybe something more long term. That's our big vision is to have a C.S. Lewis theater that can just be doing. This is our third one we've done of the series.
I was going to ask how many others that you've got, how many you've got lined up to go.
Yeah, so there's 7 in the series, and we've done 3. So this is the third we've done. This is, most people kind of think of this as the first one, but because of a lot of unique royalty and all that good stuff, all those rights, this one kind of got delayed. So we did Prince Caspian, most people view that as the second one, and The Horse and His Boy. So those have already been done. We've done those at some other locations. We've done those at our home base in South Carolina. And we actually did The Horse and His Boy a very short run about 2 years ago here in Branson. It was only about a couple weeks. We were kind of just trying to feel out the area, get to know people, and that's great because that's part of what brought us back here now. So we've done 3, and the goal is to do all 7. And yeah, we'd love to have a C.S. Lewis theater. They could just be running these year round.
I think that would be awesome. I think it'd be really cool for a family to come and stay a week in Branson and be able to see the whole saga. 7 different days of bam, 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 bam. Just, I know I'm volunteering y'all for a whole lot of work. We got to strike all this. And
right. We might need 7 theaters to do that.
Lucky for you, sir. You're in a great place.
We're in a good spot, aren't we? There's lots of theaters.
So let me ask you something, Noah. What do you think about Branson? Obviously, you said you were here a couple years ago for a couple weeks.
Right.
Had you been to Branson before that? Did you have any preconceived notions? And what have you found since you've been here?
Yeah, so this again is our second time, and we love the area. I mean, it's a beautiful area. All the water, the rolling hills. I mean, it's just a beautiful spot. You know, from looking at the landscape and things like that. The people have just been very kind, very welcoming. Everywhere we've gone, it's been just kind of open doors, open arms, welcoming us in. So we really have loved that. And yeah, I mean, it's a tourist area. I mean, 10 plus million come in every year. So that's awesome. I mean, if you've got a show, you're going to run out. If you're just trying to get people from a certain area, you'll kind of run out of people. So the fact that many people are coming in, that's a great thing for a show. So we've loved it. We've loved the area. We were so grateful for the Williams Event Center because they had to really, hop quickly.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was like a week we had to figure out, okay, this isn't going to work at Time Traveler this time. Where do we go? And they were so wonderful to get us in so quickly. So that's been kind of the attitude overall with Branson, is just very kind, very welcoming. And our goal is we really love to come back, and I think that might be coming in the future.
Dude, I sure hope so. Noah Stratton, CEO of Logos Theater, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, now through August 29th at the Williams Event Center. That's 417-419-9229, NarniaBranson.com.
And just August 9th, not 29th. August 9th.
Did I say 29th?
Yeah, you did. That's
fine. See, sometimes I don't know what I be saying. Y'all know.
It's all good.
Y'all know too. What's the old Ronald Reagan? Trust but verify. That's what you gotta do.
Exactly.
Right there.
Good stuff.
Noah, we're glad y'all are here,
Thank
and we've only got you got 6 shows a week, which is great for somebody like me. With me being up early in the morning, I tend to go to bed early, so those 8 o'clock shows. But a matinee, I think I could do that.
Yes,
sir.
that's right.
I think that sounds pretty fun. The Williams Event Center, y'all go check it out, NarniaBranson.com. So you holler if you need anything while you're